Happy day, friends. It is Saturday here. We're getting some snow. It has started. Maybe it will be a couple inches. I don't know now. Now I'm doubting because we went on like a 2.5 mile hike. Just little flurries. So now I'm thinking maybe we won't get any snow. Anyway, I had planned to do a big batch of Weeco. Yes, Weeco. I don't know what Weeco is. Of weekend tacos for our family. I thought it would be fun to do a large family cooking, of course all things large family style, cook with me video where you can see how I whip up a ton of tacos. Yeehaw, let's go. Of dried black beans. And I've been debating if I'm going to get this in the Instant Pot, but you know what? The clock's a-ticking. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cook them in the Instant Pot instead of putting so much mental energy. I'm just going back and forth. Do I do black beans? Do I not do black beans? I'm going to rinse these black beans. This is a 2-pound bag. I'm just gonna do a pound of them right now. We're going to mix these black beans with the hamburger meat that we're gonna cook up. I made rice for some chicken and rice soup. That was it. And of course, as always, I made a little too much. So I got some rice in the refrigerator from that. We're gonna add black beans, rice. Of course, we chop those red onions, chop those green peppers. We're gonna add some spices to it, mix this all up. It's gonna be fantastic for tacos. Okay, so that was 8 cups of water. Going to use the bean chili button this time for 30 minutes. Also let it do a natural release when it's done. Now we're going to return to this hamburger. You know I like to fill my pots to the brim, but I also have faith that this hamburger will make it into this pot. I just know someone out there is saying, Jamerrill, take that hat off your head. But with our hiking that we did this morning, you know, hats, I say often, they're whole day commitments when I wear them. And I'm not going to put my fuzzy, non-hatted head in this video. I'm just going to keep the hat on till I'm done. I'm just continuing to break up this meat. Yes, I know I probably needed to just go ahead and cook this meat in a bigger pot, but I was feeling like I could get it done in this Dutch oven. And this is some ground beef. I was thinking this week, boy, I need to use more of that ground beef we got from the pasture-raised cow. So this is some ground beef from that. I have 2 packs of this taco seasoning. It's the Walmart brand that I had. One of these is for 1 pound of meat, and we're doing a good 5 or so pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and just use these because they've been in my pantry and I've been working on using up odds and ends in there before my next big once a month haul. Absolutely not related to making tacos, but a lot is going on, and I am out of my vinegar spray that we use for lots, and I could clean the whole house with vinegar. I just use the white distilled vinegar. So part of this let's cook a bunch of large family tacos is gonna be, hey, let me show you how I do this vinegar spray. Okay, makes total sense, right? I'm just gonna take the lids off of these. I usually use about 1/3 vinegar spray, the 1 part vinegar spray, 2 parts water, however you wanna think of that. Now we are ready set. What I need to clean is I put the hamburger on a defrost setting on my microwave. And when you do that, when you're working with meat, it can drip. There can be some blood, it happens. And so I need to spray out the inside of my microwave. Now we're going to check on this taco meat again. And don't worry, we are going to drain this, of course. 7 minutes left on the black beans in the Instant Pot. Then they have to naturally release though. While they do that, we will get the vegetables. Okay, checking back in. Looks like this is about done. And the beans have about 10 more minutes or so until they are done naturally releasing, I am sure. Yay, got that done. Now I'm gonna wash the veggies that we're gonna use so we can have some veggie add-ins on tacos. We're gonna get all these veggies chopped. Just got another onion. These are the plastic containers that I use for freezing soup and other odds and ends whenever I do my freezer cooking. I'm gonna use them for probably one for peppers, one for onions, one for tomatoes. I'm handy for that. I'm gonna put my lettuce in here. So things are coming along. I'm making us like a little taco station over here. We got our lettuce and our multiple peppers, tomatoes, onions, pepper rings. Probably, honestly, I'm probably the only one who's gonna eat the pepper rings, but that's okay. I've saved one of the green bell peppers and some of the multicolored peppers because I'm doing a meatloaf later this week and I'm doing a spaghetti. And I thought, oh man, Jamerrill, don't use all your peppers on tacos. I hate it when I do that. So I'm gonna save these in a baggie in the vegetable drawer for a few more days. Now I need to get taco shells in the oven. I need to do that last. I'm gonna get my oven just warming up. I got a whole big case of taco shells. I'll turn, see, taco shells at Aldi last night. So we'll be using those. So I need to drain the meat. We're gonna open up these beans. I'll show those to you, and then we're gonna combine the beans and this little bag, a little bit of rice that I had left from the other day. Rice can always be added into taco meat, at least in my world, and then we're gonna add some more seasoning. So to drain my meat, I'm just gonna stick this bowl in my sink, in my big colander here. Then I'll just pour my meat directly in that colander. I just used it to wash the vegetables, so it's still ready to go. So I've got this meat all drained. I'm just gonna crumble it a little more. What I'm gonna do on the video here, friends, is just pour this little bit of rice in here and mix it up. It's cold from the refrigerator, but the meat is hot. That will warm it. Moment of truth. And there are the beans, looking perfect. Okay, so that's about as far as I'm going with the meat. I always work with what I have on hand. So I didn't have any pinto beans. I had no refried beans. Of course, I could have made homemade refried beans if I had pinto beans. So no pinto beans, we did use the black beans. So sometimes I add in a bunch of pinto beans or refried beans, or I add in corn. If I don't have a lot of meat to work with, I will add more rice. I'll stretch it in different ways. So now we're gonna get this taco bar set up. So then all of these taco shells, we're just gonna put on a platter. Broken ones will get used for taco salad. What I've been trying to do is set it up here and make it easy. So we're gonna start with taco shells. They can add in meat. Then we got lettuce, we got tomato, all our little add-ins, and then I'm probably going to put the cheese in the bowl because we will go through cheese quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and get Daniel. Oh, you have to have meat in your taco center. So what I'm doing is I'm just calling each individual kiddo out. They've been watching, as I said, Star Trek with Travis while I was working on this, and I'm just going, since we're eating around the counter, as again we've been doing a lot this winter, I'm gonna serve out to each kiddo.
I want everything.
Everything? Even onions?
No.
Okay.
Everything except onions.
Okay. I think you need to take off that great big shirt. Come over here in the camera. Look up. Ah! I don't think you can wear that for tacos. So
I know. Okay, but it's very warm.
I know. Take it off. Like colored peppers, the orange and the red, of course. Okay. I only know how to make things big and messy. Maybe that makes it taste better, huh? So, thank you friends for making all these large family style tacos with me during our little pretend snowstorm. So I'll see you real soon with another brand new video, and as always, I'll chat with you in those comments down below.